Yo, what's happening? What's popping? What's going down? What up? This is Gen X Reactions, and I'm back once again. I've got a subject that I wanted to touch on today that's kind of new. As far as a Gen X person, when you're talking about hip hop or you're talking about music in general, you're talking about numbers, you're talking about performance, you're talking about first week, last week, all that type of stuff. It's evolved big time since just going to the record store and knowing your numbers off of record store reporting or something like that. So this new day and age, obviously we're in that technology. We're into all the technology, streaming. Everything's online, numbers, algorithms, and everything else. So we've got my man, the Torture Talk. I'm gonna hop over to the Torture Talk. Go check him out. Link will be in the description. Listen, this is Gen X Reactions. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you being here. Like and share. We are on a road to 100 subscriptions, ladies and gentlemen. 100 subscriptions. Yeah, I didn't say 1,000, 1 million, nothing. We're on our way to 100 subscriptions. So help me out. Help me out. If you hear anything that you like, help me out. This is Gen X Reactions. As I said, and will continue to say, we're just keeping it real. We're keeping it 100. Why? Because keeping it real never gets old. It never gets old. You know what I'm saying? It ages like fine wine. Keeping it real. I'm saying. So we're gonna keep it real and jump over here and talk a little bit about Drake and his team got exposed. What does that mean? Those of us who have been tuned in for the last 2 years know that there's been an epic battle, and there's been a divide. There's been a divide from what I call real hip hop, what I call the soul of hip hop, and the new age microwave, the new frequency that a lot of people, not from the original culture, not from the cloth. I'm saying, but they've got what they enjoy, so they're human beings, and I'll respect that. But what I don't understand nor respect is this number crunch. This number crunch, especially being a businessman and knowing how numbers are, how KPIs are, how trending is, how this man, this number game that a lot of people play these days. Clicks and streams and likes and numbers is wild, pretty wild. So let's jump in. We're gonna go over to Torture Talk. Like I said, this is one of my reactors that I keep on rotation. Typically he's got something cool to say, so we're gonna check him out and see see what he's talking about. Breaking news: Drake's PR team, public relations team, exposed by TMZ. What are we talking about? Let's jump in. Let's go. Torture Talk.
Oh man, Charlamagne
Yeah.
is out here exposing Drake
Hey.
in their smear campaign. What's going on with this?
This is Torture Talk. Calls himself the king of the north.
All right, man. Torture Talk.
As
know
you
what
can
it is,
see,
man. Thank y'all
by
for
him
having me. I
wearing a
appreciate
crown,
y'all
I'm
clicking
saying.
the video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. So look, man, Charlamagne is out here saying that there's a smear campaign going on. At least that's what I'm reading.
Yeah.
So we gonna get to that. All the
Charlamagne
beautiful
the
single
God.
sex ladies, I love you. All the fellas, y'all know what's up. Go subscribe to the Patreon. I drop videos over there every day, or try to. I do reactions over there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, if you want to leave a donation, links on the screen, and that's what it is. So did a
So
live.
let's go.
I did a live last night.
Okay.
Well, actually, it was today, but this is
Go
tonight.
check my
I did a
man
live
out. Go
last
check my
night.
man out. All right.
And,
we're gonna skip his
I'm
little
gonna be
intro.
here for that. So let's get to it, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, this comes courtesy of the Ville. Shout out to the Ville. So
Shout out to the Ville. That's another one of my reactors in rotation.
And how they're getting
The
paid
Ville,
by
go check
celebrities
him out
to
too.
push smear campaigns. And this was exposed a few months ago by Charlamagne when he shed light to it. Now there's a new story that's developed that adds more sense to the story itself. And we're going to take a look at it right here because Charlamagne had predicted this a few months ago back on his podcast when he was talking about these PR teams pushing propaganda.
Well, there's a PR firm that reps two people in particular, and it's interesting to watch these two people put things out there in the ecosystem to control the narratives about things. I'll say this, both names rhyme with each other, and one of their biggest endorsements rhyme.
Oh, Drake's.
That's crazy, bro.
This was a while ago.
If you are paying, this is how you know you gotta be on another level of petty hatred type goofy shit. Drake is a multi-millionaire. You know what and Drake is he's like Starscream in Transformers. If you know, you know. He's like Starscream. He's popular, but he just can't be the leader. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. He's just a popular dude, but he just can't be the leader.
Okay.
But that's crazy.
Okay.
And I don't understand how
Drake fans, where's all the Drake fans at? Please don't be a stan. Where's all the Drake fans at? Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As a Gen Xer, man, I just man, I must have been doing different things in life when Drake was at his peak. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it was not listening to Drake. Obviously, I know all his popular songs, his hits. You know what I mean? Making us dance, making me dance, wave my hands. But yeah, I've never once been a big Drake fan. I think he's goofy. I think he's corny. Man, and I'm part of the light skinned tribe, so you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. You can't fake the funk, you can't fake the influence nor the energy within it. Let's go. Torture Talk.
these PR teams, now people have PR teams to try to discredit people? What? Like, what is going on here, bro? This is crazy.
Propaganda has been a tool
steak and
since the beginning of time.
Oh,
really.
Blake. Blake Lively.
Oh, you on it now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You on it now. Yeah.
Right.
Now, the reason why this clip matters is because of the people that play a role with this new story that was reported by TMZ. TMZ had reported this PR team that was pushing propaganda and got exposed by doing so. It says here that Rebel Wilson, PR team, caught on audio plotting against a producer. They said that she was the new Heidi Fleiss. It says here a new recording allegedly captures Jed Wallace,
Gen X,
the head
baby.
of crisis
I'm trying to maintain.
firm, telling publicist Melissa Nathan to claim Amanda Ghost, a co-producer on the Wilsons film The Deb, worked as a madam, procuring young girls to sleep with rich men. Now, the reason why...
Y'all doing too much now. Like, it's become a thing now where people just using different tactics to try to destroy you because they can't do it. They can't do it
organically,
the traditional way, where they just better than you at something.
Just better.
Now they're hiring teams of people, PR teams of people who crash out. The crash out PR teams. They're hiring crash out.
Now look, I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that hiring teams, guerrilla marketing or I'm not gonna say that these types of things don't exist in any lane, really. But what I will say is that because of the onslaught of technology, it's just different these days. You know what I mean? Hiring a team to, go smear your name in a tabloid or in a newspaper or, you know what I mean, at a club or whatever, way different than talking about. So.
PR teams is crazy to destroy people's lives. Like, I don't understand what's really going on anymore. And this, from what I'm seeing, this just doesn't apply to music.
That's what I'm saying.
The more I read about stuff, the more I realize we're living in a surreal world. Like,
welcome.
I'm starting to learn a lot of things that I didn't know before. 'Cause I'm pretty smart. Not gonna sit here and lie, but I'm starting to learn
Gen Xer
about
like me.
things
We
I
need to
didn't learn. I didn't want to touch.
still learning.
I didn't want to talk about. I didn't want to go to. I'm starting to look into these things, and I realized there is an agenda in everything, bro.
Everything, of course.
It's crazy.
Of course.
If you're a person
Follow the money.
who only sits in a bubble and don't try to search for new information, your brain will literally, what they call it, when you expand and despand, I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm talking about. Your brain will shrink. Not physically, but the thoughts. Start looking into things. You might not even like it. I started listening to other type of genres of music. And it gave me a different perspective about things. How people think. I'm telling you, man. It's crazy.
This is a problem is because Melissa Nathan actually works for Drake. Veteran communication strategist Melissa Nathan launches the agency group PR firm. The former executive VP at Hitsix Strategies launches with a team of execs and a roster of clients that includes Drake, Johnny Depp, the Chainsmokers, Logan Paul, and other people. The agency group specializes in communications, crisis, reputation management, personal publicity, and digital team services. Do you see why people are bringing this up? And this is a reason why Charlamagne was trying to point this out a few months ago. This PR team is getting paid to put smear campaigns on other people. And it just so happens that one of the people that are involved, Melissa Nathan, she actually works for Drake. And the reason why
the crazy thing is this illegal?
Slimy. Shady business.
Especially when you paying people to actually talk bad about somebody, but you tell them what they can and can't say. Because obviously they got lawyers on their team, so they telling them what they can and can't say. Well, you can't say this, you can't say that. You can say this, you can say this, or they'll give them something to actually say.
What are we talking about?
I was watching a bunch of streamers, and this one girl said that a certain party hit them up and said, I need you to talk about this person and we'll pay you this. And she said, okay, well, I'm gonna say, she said, okay, so I guess I'll write something up. They said, no, we're gonna give you something to say. And she said, well, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. And they told her that they could bury her if they wanted to.
Wow.
And she said, well, you just do what you got to do.
Threatening.
I think that was the same thing that happened with Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat, they were saying that some people were saying they was going to go on his stream. You already know who said that. Not going to say the name. And it didn't happen. And he was like, let me correct it. Now, I'm not even into that type of stuff. So these teams do this. They really literally be out here trying to destroy people. It's crazy, man.
Crazy.
Bringing up Blake Lively is because she had accused Justin Baldoni of spreading a smear campaign against her due to this back and forth that they have in court. There's a legal battle revolving around Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and his PR team is the agency group, also known as TAG. They're the ones that are spreading smear campaigns over Blake Lively. But Melissa Nathan is behind the agency. And that's the reason why Charlamagne had brought this up. He knew about these individuals. He knew how dirty they play. And he knew that the smear campaigns that they put on other individuals is to favor the person that they work for. So at this...
Wow.
I'm telling y'all now.
Wow. Look.
All right, listen, man, I ain't even trying to get political. I'm just going to tell y'all. This is the working of a certain party. I'm telling y'all.
What?
It's a working of certain party. During the early days, the early days of before Twitter became
Look, man. X.
Let me hear what he does. I know a lot of y'all probably don't know this, but before Twitter became X, before Elon Musk brought Twitter was sanctioned. Let's just say that. Not gonna say by who. You can go look it up for yourself. But it was sanctioned, and it wasn't for everybody. I remember when you say something about C19, you already know what C19 is if you don't look it up. C19, if you say anything about it, you got banned. You got, what's the name? If you anything about it, you got banned. You got banned. Come to find out, these people were doing things deliberately behind the scenes, destroying people's lives. And then Elon Musk came in and he brought it, and he turned it back into a place where everybody can speak. Because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well,
Hold up.
Elon Musk put on there where, you know, there's a lot of racism and stuff going on there." There's a lot of things that go on X, but it's wide open. Anybody can say anything on there. Doesn't matter who you are. But the point I'm making is this been going on. Shadow banning, taking people, I'm talking like making up shit. And now the AI's into play. Yeah, it's crazy.
Point, who's to say that all of the propaganda that we've seen about Kendrick Lamar wasn't just the agency, wasn't just
say?
Melissa Nathan and her group
Right.
trying to put propaganda
You have to
on
apply
Kendrick
that.
Lamar in favor of Drake.
The spreadsheet, what's that number?
2,026,000.
That's all the sites they feed stories to. By the way, this is only one spreadsheet.
Hold up. Let's pause right there. Let's just really let's really look at that. 2 million plus sites that can immediately broadcast a narrative. And imagine the tentacles. Imagine how many humans that those 2 million sites, especially in the lane that they're focused in, touches. That's crazy. Sheep, weak-minded followers, not lions. Let's go.
Look at this one.
So I would love you.
And by the way, look, and it's not just the sites. Look, hold on, look what's on. Look at the stuff that's on here. Look at all of the websites, all of the fan pages, all of the blog sites. I'm not gonna jump out the window and accuse y'all of anything. I'm just gonna simply say we know who's getting paid to push things, and we know who's getting paid to push things. We know who's getting paid to push things.
We should put.
So again, the people that are putting us.
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
That's crazy. They became
crazy.
A lot of, now you have people who make money off of destroying people, and you have artists who hire these people to actually destroy people. I know one guy
to destroy their ops.
I know one guy who I have him at my disposal if I need him. Let's just say that. But he can literally get any information of anybody. If you're online, he can find you. If you put your name up and you do something or say something, he can literally find you. As long as he can see the comment, the name that you put, he can find you. I know a guy who knows all of these things. I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, it is.
imagine if they had somebody, they had 20 people like that.
Right.
And they can write up articles about you in a second and put it out.
Put it out.
This is the type of behavior that we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And 2 million sites
campaign.
touching 2 million sites turning into 10 million people turns into a false truth.
On Blake Lively, the agency is a company that's ran with Melissa Nathan. That person works for Drake also. So if they're able to put these smear campaigns on one individual for another client, what makes us think that they can't do the same thing for Drake and whatever he wants to spin on another person? Whatever narrative he wants to put on Kendrick Lamar, I believe that Melissa Nathan and the agency and other
Guilty by association. And I don't want to hear, oh, he didn't do that, or he didn't know, or they're just hired to do stuff. Nah.
Other agencies alike could spin a narrative online to make Kendrick Lamar or any other person look
Anybody.
bad. So at this point, the minute that Melissa Nathan gets exposed for trying to put propaganda on another individual, Is it far-fetched to think that she was paid by Drake to put propaganda on Kendrick Lamar during the battle?
That's definitely not far-fetched.
Definitely not. 100% not.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
And I think that's the crazy part about all
justified
of this
assumption.
is that some of us, we know that there's been people that have been trying to spread lies about Kendrick, that have been trying to say things about Kendrick that were so outlandish and ridiculous. And it's crazy because Kendrick had talked about this in the rap.
Yeah, I'm Team Kendrick, by the way. Gen X reactions. We are Team Kendrick, by the way. Yes, indeed. Carrying the soul of hip hop, in my humble opinion. K-Dot. Yes, indeed. I might react to all his. I might throw some of his songs up, man. Goodness gracious, yeah. But anyway,
Battle when he was rapping against Drake and the song 616 in LA, he says, but let me put you on some game because you my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, it'll blow up on you. You're playing dirty with Zach Bia and Twitter bots, but reality you can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little memes is losing steam. We figured you out. The forced opinions is not convincing. Y'all need a new route. He predicted this in 616 in LA. He knew about the PR teams. He knew about the propaganda that they try to spread, the smear campaigns that they try to put on people because they get paid to do it. And what makes it worse, when we go and talk about the Twitter bots, that's another layer to add to the story. Because when someone gets paid to put a smear campaign, followed by people who are talking about the battle, when we have these stand wars, you have these Twitter accounts that will just run with the narrative for free. They're not even getting paid. They're going based off of somebody else who got paid.
that's what I said. That's what I said.
That's a fact. He never lied
That's
about
what
that.
I said. 2 million to 20 million to
Truth.
200 million. Easy.
Gotta understand, man. Like real, like for real. Like the tactics that people are using nowadays is much more destructive because they know that most people live online now. So all of these things that they're doing,
Exactly.
very destructive to your career. Gotta be real careful out here with these people. These people will do anything because you can't. They're like faceless enemies. You don't know who's coming from where, and they manipulate the system. As long as they can get you, or get somebody to say something about you. Like for example, like academics, he has a huge following. So when they can drop something in academics stream, and now he's spreading like a virus, spreading all of that again like a virus online.
It's crazy.
Because that's basically, they took the model of viruses and used it. So all these people that they're using to go after you, spreading propaganda is like spreading a virus. And it's hard to get rid of that, especially when they put something on you that people kind of feel that way, but they don't know. And if they make it seem like it's coming from an actual source, oh no, it's coming from a real source. You in trouble, bro. Oh no. That's what it is. I'm trying to tell you.
The stories that they push, and then they run with the narratives for free. Because of the stand wars, it's a lot easier for them to run with the narrative because they're already going back and forth with people online. Someone gets paid to make up the story, and the fans and the stands on Twitter and other social media platforms run with the story and narrative on their own. It's like a domino effect at that point. It trickles down, and then it becomes the primary thing that people talk about. And it's funny how Drake projects a lot in this battle.
Man,
he projected a lot, especially when talking about crisis management teams. In this rap battle, in the song Family Matters, Drake had talked about Kendrick hiring crisis management teams to hide on the fact that he beats on his queen, which was a false allegation that Drake had made. But it just goes to show that Drake has always talked about crisis management teams.
One of the biggest projectors
because
ever.
He has one himself. He has one with the agency that's ran by Melissa Nathan. She's the one that handles Drake's crisis management team, and she's the one that is pushing propaganda. And now that she's been exposed for plotting smear campaigns on another individual, it just goes to show, have all the things that we heard about Kendrick Lamar, have all the lies that we heard about Kendrick Lamar come from Drake and his propaganda machine?
Propaganda machine.
Most likely.
Propaganda machine.
Well, I mean, why else wouldn't have been that? Like if she's pushing propaganda and she works for Drake, then Drake And
That's a paycheck. Of course she is.
Kind of
That's her
mentioned
job.
that, yeah. Why couldn't you say that? Absolutely.
That's what she
I
does.
think she did. You know what I'm saying?
He's the biggest artist. Why wouldn't
minions that get paid to push propaganda? We've talked about it a lot on this channel. We know all the propaganda that they try to push, and no one believes it. But it's good to see now that they're starting to get exposed. But this is a story that has developed that Charlamagne had predicted. And Charlamagne wasn't wrong. There are going to be companies, there are going to be agencies that work for these celebrities to try to make themselves look good while making other people look bad.
That's wild.
He ain't never lie.
That's wild.
Shout out to the Bill, man. Yeah, man. We living in some strange times, man.
Yes, we are.
Everybody has teams. It's called Stan Wars. It's called the Internet Wars. People have people fighting against something, against you. I'm sure that there's some people who got certain things about me, saying things about me. If not, then it's coming. Trust me. The more you get, the popular you get, the more you realize that people just don't like that. Getting too close to the sun, they're gonna get you out of here. And I think that that's what Drake was trying to do to Kendrick, but it just don't work.
Don't work.
You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, indeed.
REC.
All right, man. That's the Torture Talk. Go check him out. He's got a couple channels. Torture Talk After Dark, I believe. And this channel stays in tune with the news. He is a Gen Xer. I have no doubt. And so he's just, you know, he's a one of the, man, hard worker. Like 3 videos a day, I'm saying. I can't even do it. So go check him out, Torture Talk. But on the subject at hand, absolutely. It's crazy. It's crazy. We live in a world of facades. It's the bottom line. We live in a world of facades. And you don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. And so a lot of times when I'm in discussions about different lanes of life, but certainly with hip hop, man, the vigor, the energy that a person puts many times standing on a square that is like, are you freaking serious? You're gonna stand on that square? That's you're basing everything on that? Nah, come on, do some research, open up your mind. Things are changing faster than what we know, and whatever we can see, it goes 10 layers deeper than that. This is Gen X Reactions. Hit a like, share, subscribe. We're on our road to 100 because we keeping it 100. The real never gets old. Yes, indeed. 100 subscribers. Let's go.